Hey guys, some Gamer Dude here. So the Transformers card game's first starter deck, as you can see here, is on clearance now at many stores. They're trying to get rid of them. I don't know if that bodes well or not for the card game as a whole. I hope it's more just getting rid of old stock, because there was meant to be a second starter deck now, but this one is still on the shelves and the second one never turned up. The Metroplex set only turned up at specific stores. The Devastator deck didn't turn up at all. I think they might be turning up at card shops, which, again, Wizards of the Coast, frickin' support the card shops, you bloody dinguses. The stores don't want them. But at $15, I'm like, it's $10 cheaper than it's meant to be. 15 cheaper than most stores that typically carry these products. So why not? It's basically half price. And Prowl's here, because I like Prowl. He's, the original voice is Michael Bell, who is also Duke from G.I. Joe, and also Angelica's dad from Rugrats, and I think he's also Chucky's dad, which is a really weird thought. The cop from Transformers is also Duke, and two of the dads in Rugrats. Weird. It's also the only Siege figure I've picked up. Haven't really enjoyed Siege because as a long-time collector I have a lot of these figures. So, a Prowl, it doesn't get sticky. That's something. Kind of tempted on Soundwave, but he turns into a nothing brick or a lamp. That's lame. Alright, Prowl, I'm going to put you over here, buddy. You can shoot bad guys over there. And you know he was meant to be the second in command according to the bios? That never happened. I don't even know if Prowl even has a card yet. God aspirates Prowl like crap. So, what do we have? I'm going to have to keep it in this perspective so you can actually see. Optimus Prime leader. Bumblebee leader. In the back we have Ironhide, who has just got ranged. And if you can see it, we'll see it better when we get it open. Red Alert, who is ranged. I don't know what that actually means for the actual game, honestly. Pull it back a little bit. We get a 40 card deck, which splits up into 2 decks for flash deck play, which I actually appreciate. As I get older, I realise not everyone wants to buy a deck with me. And if the starter deck does both people, that's a good thing. I think it's worth copying for more games that this is doable in. It couldn't work in Vanguard, honestly, but things like Magic and that, yeah. On the flip side, because of the ridiculously big packaging, we get Bumblebee in vehicle mode, and we get the flavor text for, well, not flavor text, the reminder text for Pierce, which apparently is, when you flip to this mode, each of your characters gets Pierce 1 until end of turn. Do at least 1 damage when attacking, but not more than total. So, it's basically, it's not pierce as in piercing in, what's it called? Yu-Gi-Oh! It's more pierce as in chip damage from a fighting game, which is interesting. Includes 4 foiled Transformers character cards. As far as I know, they're all foils. I'm curious on the card quality. Ready to play 40 battle cards, damage counters, because this is what it does, and 2-player deck. And the blurb says Transformers TCG is a fast-paced trading card game for 2 players. And if the box is dirty, it's because stupid me in the car put the box next to roast chicken off the rotisserie. Luckily the box isn't worth keeping because it looks like you have to kind of rip it open to get it open anyway. So, and it was damaged on the shelf, so I don't really care. Yeah, you can't really keep this together. Anyway, for 2 players, can you see it? Build a team of Transformers character cards and a deck of battle cards and jump right into battle. This Autobot starter deck contains the cards 2 players need to begin action. So, funny how I've got to use the viewfinder and the thing. Online videos help you learn how to play. Rules. For full gameplay, 2 players can add cards from the TCG booster packs, or 1 player can use this Autobot starter deck right out of the box. Now, I'm going to tell you straight up, I'm still really shitty on the drop rates for rares in this game. Set 2 improved it. I actually am turfing out a video I actually was starting to make on how Set 2 improve things, because we could talk about it with this. Rares now drop 1 in 10 instead of 1 in 15 boosters. It's honestly still not good enough. And if I actually picked it up, I'd probably play it as Pauper. And given that it's a casual game for casualness, that's what I'd recommend. Anyway, let's get her open. Apparently there is no instruction manual. I bloody hope that's not right. Actually, not. I've got a knife here to open this properly, but I'm not going to. Let's just rip and tear. Because it doesn't matter. It's ending up in the bin anyway. Sorry, Optimus Prime, I haven't ripped open a box in years. Because even though I throw them out now, if they're not boxes for figures, I still like to do it nice and neat. And only Optimus and Bumblebee have effects. Delightful. That's probably very... So, it's in a plastic sheet. It's designed to put it away again, oddly enough. There's a lot more packaging. I think this is really needed in this, but it's for display purposes. I want you to get to buy it. Optimus is stuck in there. Get out, Optimus! Go die with the rest of your kind. Decepticons forever. You can tell I like Ravage. There's the card quality. American. By that I mean not that great. It's very, very... I'd say it's a bit better than Magic. Yeah, a little bit better than Magic, but not that much better. It's still not Vanguard quality or Force of Will quality. Foiling is nicer than Magic. I can give it that. I really wish there was standard size. I don't know why they aren't. I'm pretty sure we could have put all this on a standard card. Actually, you know what I might do? I might put this on Magic Set Editor, print it out, and actually see how big it is if all the numbers can be read on a standard size card. Because this is BS. Anyway, bold 1. Flip 1 more card when attacking. He has 3 attack, 2 defense, and 10 life. And when he flips, he has 3 attack, 10 life. So he's getting more. No, he doesn't get life. His stats are exactly the same. And when you flip to this mode, you draw a card. And then you can run people down with your truck. So violent. So violent. Do robot lives not matter? Anyway, let's get to Bumblebee. Bumblebee, who's a lot flatter than Optimus. Who's kept nicer. Looks nice. Again, shiny, works. Kind of wish the foil was patterned beyond just the streakiness, but it's Hasbro and Wizards. They don't try very hard at anything. Well, you face the camera. Tough 1, flip 1 more battle card when defending. Yeah, because this operates a bit like Vanguard cross UFS, doesn't it? And he's got 4, 9 and 2 as stats. 3, 9 and 2 on the back, so he gets 1 less. And when you flip to this mode, you get your characters, each of them get pierced until end of turn. Pierced numbers add together. But not, that's really strange. Really strange keyboard. And we get Ironhide, who's a 4/7/2. How many stars does he have? Because you can have up to 25 stars down the bottom across all the cards in your deck now, and all the character cards, because they have the stars on the back. Let's just see. Has he changed stats? Little. He gets 1 less attack and 1 more defense on the truck side. And I'm going to be honest, I wish Ironhide was a ute still. I prefer him being a red ute, or American's utility vehicle. Sorry, I'm picking on that one. Shortening it to ute, I know what it means. He's still a truck, though, but he's clearly an SUV. Is an SUV a truck in America? That'd be weird. I consider it a big car. And we are back. I accidentally knocked the camera over. Because I'm a dope. That's what dopes do. And Red Alert. I always liked Red Alert. He's getting the figures soon. I'm quite looking forward to that. He's the paranoid police chief car. And his foiling is a bit on the dull side because of the way it's done. It's not a good foiling, guys. To be really honest, it's really blah. It's just kind of sheen. I'd hope the super rares actually have effort put into them. And he's got no defense. Really, he's got no defense. 10 health and 5 attacks. So at least he does a bit of damage. And I think he's your only ranged dude. No, Optimus is ranged. The other two are melee. And 3 and 2, so he loses 2 attack when he becomes the car. No effects. Sucks to be him. Actually, what did Ironhide look like? Which car of toy was it? Doesn't really look like any toy I know. But he's not a toy I know. I think he's made up. I think these are all from the mobile game. The first one, a dead mobile game. That Bumblebee looks a bit like the War for Cybertron cross... No, it's Classics. It's the Classics one. It's a Classics in the movie color scheme. I remember that one. It's the best Bumblebee toy. And Optimus is some made-up G1 toy. Good for it. And then let's... Oh, geez. Uh-huh. Oh god, I hope that's not the only rules. I really do. Look, that's apparently the rule sheet. There is no booklets or that in the box. That's it. These rules are the basic version of the Transformers card game. When playing this version, ignore all rules text on all the cards. Why? No. And where are the damage counters? I was promised damage counters. So let's see this open. It says, start with alt modes face up and in front of each other. Shuffle the battle cards and put the deck between both players. Reshuffle the deck if it runs out of cards during play. Jeez. I don't think they've done this right, to be honest. I think they could have done this a bit better. So it's I'm more curious on the rules thing at the back than the actual cards. And that's the damage counters. It's a pop out. I'll be using die instead of that, because I don't see the point in that. That's what the backs look like. Yeah, I see how you whip that up on GIMP, guys. That is minimal effort. And the rules sheet says on the other turn. Each player's take on your turn, flip one of your character cards to its other... you may. Choose one of your character cards to be the attacker, one's opponent's character to be the defender. You can't attack the same character 2 turns in a row unless the other one is KO'd. Attack, flip over 2 battle cards from the top of the deck. Add the number of orange rectangles in the upper right, those cards to the attack of the attacker. The defender does the same with the blue ones. And then subtract the total attack from the defense. So yeah, pretty standard stuff. So what did we get? Because I'll probably make this into 2 flash decks if there's enough cards for it. So let's get the garbage out of the way, and so we can separate stuff. I'll clean up the garbage afterwards. So we've got cleanup tactics. Choose one of your characters. If it's a truck, repair. It's a rare. So they gave us a rare. Oh, kind of surprised. And the cards. Oh, geez, I really do not like the backgrounds. See, that looks damaged right there, doesn't it? But no, it's got stars behind it. 81 card set. It wouldn't be too hard to get everything. The character cards can bugger right off though. Action, choose one of your characters. If it's a truck, repair 2 damage to it. If it's a card, draw 2 cards. That's actually really useful. I might put a card under that because I don't want the rares being damaged. I should have brought a mat. You know, I actually did bring a mat, but I forgot to put it down. Put all cards on there. Actually, just pause. And we are back. I put the character cards at the back. So, Team Up Tactics. Armor upgrade. I think it just gives 1 defense when used as an upgrade. I don't know if it gets that effect while used as a check. So I'm just checking if we have enough for flash decks here, so we can play it. And not the stupid way they say it. Datapad, it's an upgrade utility, because I think you can have a weapon, an armor, and a utility. When the upgraded character attacks, draw a card, then you may put a card from your hand on the top of your deck. Which actually isn't that bad. You can set up things. I'm not sure what the white pips do, but because that's what they're called in the fandom. Pips. Hey, that's Scorponok, the OG Scorponok. Again, white upgrade utility. When the upgraded character attacks, return one of the defending character's upgrades to their owner's hand. So we're getting a few, it seems to be shuffled. Flamethrower, upgrade weapon, bold 2. Flip 2 more cards when attacking. And that's Counterpunch, I believe. Oh, cool. I love the Turbo Masters. I really want them to be redone. Grenade launcher, so when its upgrade is +4 attack, and when you scrap it. I'm going to have to double check the rules. Handheld blaster, bold 1. So it gets 1 more cut. So it's just a defensive pip version of... So let me just check the rules again. Yeah, so if you check it, you get 2 more defense. But when you equip it and attack with it, you get bold 1, and it's Bumblebee. Improvised shield, tough 1. Flip more 1 more card when defending, but it's got aggressive pips. That's pretty cool. Incoming transmission with everyone's favorite gun, and I'm sorry, they really need to replace Soundwave with Blackout, in my opinion. Orange, so it's +1 action, draw 2 cards, then put a card from your hand on top of the deck, which actually isn't bad. It's a lot like Data Pad. Inspiring leadership. Now there's a guy we can trust. Blue pip. Focus. Focus. Oh, you focus out here. That's weird. Draw 3 cards. Scrap 2 cards from your hand. So yeah. So hang on. Leap into battle. It's not 6 shot. The Decepticon version of that mold. I forget what its name is. One of your characters gets +3 attack until end of turn, which isn't bad. I know he's the ninja. Oh, I forget his name at the moment. So we're not exactly getting many doubles. New designs. Come on, focus. You may play an upgrade. So apparently you only get to play 1 each turn. Yeah, this is just for the 2 players starter deck. They put all the actual rules on the actual site. Sorry, I swore. I know I'm not allowed to swear anymore, but what colossal dimwits! You put the rules in the game. Guys, jeez. Not everyone's going to have internet on their phone. Some people use prepaid. Some people will have to wait till they get home. PS3, do at least 3 damage when attacking an upgrade weapon with a white pip. It doesn't actually mention what the white pips do. We'll have to look that up, because I don't remember from when I did the video. So PS3 isn't too bad. Plasma Burst. Who was on that? It's the back of Arnold. This one, I don't even recognize that character. Do 2 damage to an enemy, so it's Fireball. Fireball. What? The lightning bolt. The magic card that does 2 damage. You know what I mean. Whoa, that's a hefty upgrade just to attack. Primary ways. And there's Prowl. There's Prowl being all policeman-y. Ramping speed. Yeah, this is just a collection of commons and uncommons. It's not really a deck. Scrap an enemy upgrade. There's no resources in this game, which is interesting. But I'm not sure how I feel about that to actually play it. Because of the way it's been done, maybe things change things. When you put this on a ranged character, I love Thundercracker. He's my favourite of the Seekers. He doesn't believe in the Decepticon cause fully. Now, I'm just going to go on a little tangent because I've wanted to do this video for a while here. Thundercracker and Armada Starscream are basically the exact same character. That's why he became Thundercracker, in Armada. Why, for the love of God, I will never understand, Hasbro has not brought back the Armada Starscream character and called it Thundercracker and reused that type of character design to, differentiate between the different planes. I will never know. Likewise, for repaint potential, because I'm a better capitalist than Hasbro, which you'd think these people would know better by now, the sadistic Skywarp would really suit a really creepy design like how the Collectors Club gave him, or was it BotCon or whatever, gave him the body of Jetstorm. And you can, repaint it into Jetstorm. Like how you should be repainting every Bumblebee into Wasp. Not just Cliff Jumper. But these are my opinions. Anyway, if it's on a ranged character, your opponent chooses a card from hand and scraps it, which is discard, which actually isn't that bad. It's not. Hand discard in games is always good, but in a game where you can replenish your hand so easily, because I think you put the cards you revealed. It doesn't even say if you put those cards into your hand. Jeez Louise, what an absolute joke. Oh, God. Oh. Flip one of your characters to the other mode, rapid conversion. I'm not sure who that's meant to be. I think it's meant to be Cosmos, but I'm not sure. We have still no doubles. Ready for action. Oh, jeez, I'm getting messages. Untap one of your characters that has 10 star or fewer. Okay. Repair Bay. And here we're starting to get into the second deck. Okay. Repair Bay. Repair 1 damage from each of your characters. That's actually not that bad. And another Team Up Tactics. Another Armored Plating. Another Data Pad. Another... If we can focus. Focus. No. We can focus there. Deliberating Crystal. Flamethrower. Grenade Launcher. Handheld Blaster. Improvised Shield. Incoming Transmission. Inspiring Leadership. Battle. New Designs. Piercing Laser. Plasma Burst. Primary Laser. Ramming Speed. That's a classic Scrimlock. Rapid Descent. Yep. So it is 2 flash decks, but they're the exact same, which I actually don't mind. And you get 2 copies of everything. So let's do an overall opinion. I don't do those normally, but let's do it. I think that this is a fairly worthwhile product for teaching purposes. I think that they've made it balanced enough. Nothing really strikes me as this is really overpowered. I think that there's some fun to be had here. I like that both the decks are the same, so that when you mix them together, you have some consistency for your starting deck. The cards not having many effects also does help for learning purposes, but none of them look particularly trash to me. I can't pick out any card that just screams out to me, this is garbage. However, and this is a big however, this bullshit right here is unacceptable. Can we cue a clip of Lemon Grab here without getting flagged?
Unacceptable!
I hope that went through. Anyway, this is unacceptable. Not having a rule sheet, just going, for the advanced rules and videos, come to our website, is BS. I'm sorry, expecting the player to read it on the computer or print it out instead of having something next to them, which since you've printed this, you could print the rules on bloody cards. I'm sure they're not that complex. If they're overly complex, you did something wrong for your casual kiddo game. I'm sorry, this is just beyond me. I don't know why you would do this. Do they think the actual game is that complex? It looks like literal Vanguard with a few changes here and there. I mean, this system is literally Twin Drive for blur. That sours a lot of the product for me. That impression they give that they believe the consumer is a moron. I don't like that. And I think it sets a bad precedence. That, along with the whole thing with the rarity system is in the actual sets, is BS. But I'm still going to try out the game tomorrow for the actual gameplay, and hopefully again on the weekend. And I'll come back with a review of the gameplay, not just me ranting that the rule sheet isn't here. I still don't understand that. Could some of the wizards please make a comment why this bonehead decision was made? Because I quite frankly do not see anything off the top of my head that would indicate making this into 2 flash decks would be a particularly broken concept. I don't get it. Anyway, this has been some gamer dude ranting for, well, I'm going to be cutting some parts out about half an hour by my time, probably 20 minutes by your time. That's a bloody long opening for just the starter deck. But you got a lot of opinions and art and whatnot. And I'll see you guys next video.